Namaskaram. Welcome to Story Saturday with Katha Mandalam with me, Anagha Prasad. As promised, today's story is from Andhra Pradesh. This is a story which I read from Tulika publishers, Tulika books, and it is written by Sandhya Rao and illustrated by Srividya Natarajan. I heard it through Karadi tales. Loved it. So I thought, why not narrate the same folk tale from Andhra Pradesh to you all? Sweet and salty. Long ago, just like how all stories begin, isn't it? In a small village, Narasanapetta, in Andhra Pradesh, there lived a couple, Bangaramma Penchilayya. They were a happy couple and their house was usually very silent and calm. A very hard-working person would go early in the morning, come back and have his meal in the evening early and retire. One day as he came back home from work, Bangaramma was literally jumping and dancing. Emtoy, Bangaramma, emaindi iroju? What happened today? You like dancing? There's a twinkle in your eye? Said Penchilayya. You know what? My childhood favorite, Gorannagaru, is coming to Narasanapetta. Gorannagaru? Evaravu? Who is that Gorannagaru? Said Penchilayya. You gnana sunna. You don't know anything. He is the famous storyteller in this part of Godavari. The way he narrates stories, harikatha, is like poetry. He's like listening to music of nature. Oh, just like the calf calling his mother Amba, or all the women working in the fields and singing. Is that what you say? You don't know anything. You better go and listen to his harikatha for the next 10 days. You got it? Then you will understand what I mean, said Bangaramma. Chudam, said Penchilayya. Gorannagaru was this very famous harikatha storyteller. He used to go from places to places and would tell stories about gods. And he was super famous and people would get enchanted and enthralled in his telling. And he came to Narasanapetta early in the morning and he was in the headman's house. He's going to stay there in Narasanapetta for 10 days and narrate the story of Ramayana. Everybody got to know that he's come and all the children came and huddled near the headman's house trying to peep and see where is this great Gorannagaru. One girl said, you know what? My father says Gorannagaru is 8 feet tall. Is that what? You know what my grandmother said? Face is like Chandana Bommalaga untundi. Mugam. Sandalwood faced doll. That's how Gorannagaru is it? Not that. You know what my tata says? He says he can fly. But where is this Gorannagaru? And they tried seeing. And one boy said, there he is. Look. He's sleeping. And all the children came and looked and they said, but he's just like any other ordinary man. And they went away. That day the moon rose quite early and it was just more than a crescent moon because there was 10 more days to full moon day. And everybody started going towards the banyan tree, finishing their dinner. Kamala, ostava? Asked somebody. Ostanu. Hey, wait for me, said somebody else. And different chapel sounds, barefoot sounds is what was heard there. Only very, very few people remained in their houses. Should I really go? I'm a hard-working person. 8 hours of sleep is very essential for me, thought Penchilayya. Pora Penchilayya, Pora Penchilayya. Go and listen to Gorannagaru, said Bangaramma. Okay, Talli, potanu, I will go, said Penchilayya, and he went. By the time he went there, the whole village had huddled. They were sitting in front of, under the banyan tree, and there was a stage which was open from 3 sides. And there stood Gorannagaru with his big garland, anklets in his hands, and looked majestic. 2 long, big lamps shone at the end of the stage. His face was glowing in that light. Our Penchilayya sat at the back, and Gorannagaru started. Long, long ago, so long ago, in Ayodhya, there was Dasharatha and Kausalya, and they had a son called Rama Rama, Shri Rama, Jaya Rama, Rama Rama, Shri Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Rama, Shri Rama. And by the time he could complete this, our Penchilayya was sleeping. Gorannagaru finished that day's harikatha, and Penchilayya got up because somebody tapped him. They were distributing laddus to everybody who had come and assembled there to listen to the stories. The laddu was full of cashews and raisins. Penchilayya, half awake, took the laddu, ate it, super tasty, and just walked back home. How was it? How was it? Did you like it? Asked Bangaramma. It was very sweet. Yes, correct. Ramayana starts off very sweet. It is a very nice story. Initially, it is very sweet when Rama and everybody are small kids. Yeah, very sweet, said Penchilayya, remembering the taste of the laddu. Next day, again Penchilayya asked, should I go today also? Pora Penchilayya, Pora Penchilayya. Go and listen to Gorannagaru. You have no choice, just go there, said Bangaramma. Penchilayya went today also, and today he thought, why don't I little relax? He put his hands back, stretched his legs, and was looking. And Gorannagaru continued his story where Rama was banished to the forest. Sita and Lakshmana followed him. Sita was kidnapped. And Rama was going to everybody and said, oh parrot, did you see my Sita? Oh dear, where is Sitamma? Oh wind, did you see my Sita? And he continued and stopped at this junction. And as he was continuing the story, what happened to our Penchilayya? He, as usual, slept. But his friend Narasaya sat next to him and put his head on Penchilayya's shoulder throughout the harikatha. Once everything was over and everybody started to go, his friend also went. He got up. It was paining because Narasaya had put all the weight. He slowly dragged himself home, and as usual, Bangaramma asked, how was it today? Did you like it? Heavy, very heavy, said Penchilayya. Yeah, Ramayana is very heavy. Where they go to the forest and all, no? I agreed, very, very true. Very heavy, said Penchilayya and went to sleep. Third day, he again opened his mouth to ask, should I? Bangaramma immediately said, Pora, pora, Penchilayya. Okay, don't sing. I will go, said Penchilayya. And that day everybody had gone to the banyan tree and they were close because it was getting gripping story. Our Penchilayya came at the back and he said, why should I struggle? Let me aram se lie down. And he lied down, put his hands behind the head and within minutes slept off. He had no clue what happened. People finished. They all went home. He continued to sleep. And to his warmth, a small little puppy, black color, came and slept right next to him. It felt very nice. And early in the morning, the puppy got up, stretched himself, came near Penchilayya's face, smelled him, lifted his leg and did what he had to do. Right into Penchilayya's mouth, who was going it's what he shouted. And listening to that poor little puppy ran away. Salty! And he ran home and washed his mouth. Bangaramma said, what is this? You didn't come home all night. What was it? How was it? You liked it? It was salty. What? Ramayana and salty? What have you been doing? Fooling me around and not listening to Ramayana? Wait, see what I will do today, said Bangaramma. And in the night, held Penchilayya's hand and took him to the banyan tree. Rara Penchilayya, Potamra Penchilayya, let's go together is what she said today. You are not going alone, I am also coming with you. Penchilayya thought, how will I sleep now? And Bangaramma did not sit at the back, went directly in the front and sat and made Penchilayya sit next to him. And he was continuing Gorannagaru, and he had reached the stage where Hanumanta had gone to Lanka to give the ring of Rama to show that it is from Rama and tell that don't worry, Rama is coming there. And he had continued. Hanumanta had gone to the Lanka and was searching for Sitamma. And he found Sitamma. And where was she? Under a Ashoka tree. He slowly went and sat there and looked down. Sitamma was being guarded by many women, and he thought, let all these people go. Then I will drop this ring and tell Sitamma what it is. And how will I drop? Tang! The ring fell. Is what Gorannagaru said. Hanumantana! You've dropped the ring! Don't worry, I am here! And somebody ran towards the stage with a ring in their hand. And who was it? It was our Penchilayya. He went there and gave his ring to Gorannagaru. Gorannagaru took that ring and said, now Hanumanta dropped the ring to Sita and he conveyed what has to be conveyed. We shall continue the story from tomorrow. And as everybody started going, they started whispering, you saw Penchilayya, he's become so interested. He ran towards the stage. Very interesting, isn't it? So engrossed, so enthralled he is. And from that day onwards, Penchilayya did not miss even one harikatha which came to the village. And he became so interested that he actually started learning under Gorannagaru and started performing small pieces on stage. Bangaramma's happiness knew no bounds, and she no longer could call him useless, Nana Sunna, you don't know anything, because now our Penchilayya had become a harikatha storyteller. So that's the end of the story of Sweet and Salty, which is published by Tulika books. I shall meet you all again next week with another story in the Story Saturday of Kathamandalam. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the week. Don't forget to spread the joy of stories. Namaskaram.